a Greek goddess that lived by the name of Easter. And really resurrection, they tied in Jesus with Easter because, it was hard for people to let go of pagan holidays. And but man, Easter was the goddess of fertility. So that's why you have the Easter egg, but the Easter bunny, because rabbits have a lot of sex. They're very fertile. All this stuff is like right there, and it's like wow. And Halloween is like when the season when things die off, so it can become back again because it's like the cycle of life. So really, I used to say New Year
Which
should really be Easter, and like the end of the year is really well. It's weird. That's basically how the season should go, and that's why you have De La Mortis. Everybody think that's like devil worshiping, but it's
yeah,
really about celebrating the people that's gone. It's like having like a memorial for I miss my dead homies. They should be playing Master P that day. That's how I feel.
and it's so crazy. All this information has always been available. It's just we just live
Hey,
in a society, even with the access to the internet, right?
man, and
Like
ooh, go
I don't
ahead,
want
go
to
ahead.
hear. Leave me alone.
And that's why I say when people come to our show, I used to teach. Well, I don't teach them so much because I'm the role I'm in during this whole quarantine. But I'm still I'm in a people of culture role. But I used to teach cultural diversity classes, and when people used to come in, I'm very energetic, very going, and I used to tell them, hey, remember when you come in here, leave your preconceived notions at the door. Leave your beliefs at the door. Not saying you just have to leave them and all this. Leave them at the door when you step into this training for tonight. You can
But you're
pick
not.
them up when you leave. You can pick them up when you're done. But remember, when you have these people talking and communicating, think about because when people work with kids and especially work with different families, you're automatically going to think, oh, everything my family do is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Wrong. Once again, wrong. Especially, and I'm going to say it, white people here in America, you think white is right. This is what you should do. No, because in some of them got fucked up. And not only say white people, rich white people, like Trump. Trump think his life should be the way everybody life, and he really can't empathize with other people, and that's why his bitch ass didn't want cultural diversity training. All right, but the main focus when we have these conversations and that's why I do my show everything culture is like, dang, you ever sit down and talk to someone and like that's why you do that? Damn, that's how you grew up. I understand that, man. My parents did some crazy shit to me too, or we can relate, or we can just learn something new. But a lot of people they don't want to learn shit. They just want to be stubborn, ignorant. This, my my mama told me to never trust a black person just because they can run fast.
What?
What? Do that make any fucking sense? But,
No, I'm
but
confused.
but you know what? But I can empathize because you know what? My mama. Most people, mother, you think your mother loved or your mother did things for you to love them. Most people love their mother. So why would my mother lie to me about something like that? Well, your mama may have been a dumbass, but I can't call your mama a dumbass because that's gonna be automatically we gonna have problems. We're gonna have qualms. We got to. So that's the aspect. So you have to learn how to. Same thing when you're working with a child that a parent has neglected them or abused them. You still can't come in there where your parent was a piece of shit.
Hmm.
Because you know what? Hey, they still my mama,
You
no
gotta
matter
let
what
people
she did to me.
revelations of their truth.
Man, you got to know how to communicate with them. You got to see them on that level. Same thing with the parents. You'll be surprised when I sit down and talk to these parents. The main thing I always did was let the parents talk, and
Hmm.
they by the time and that's why I was good at what I did because because these parents when I let them talk and see their point of view, most parents were like, "Hey y'all, I messed up. It's me." I was one of the ones I can crack a parent, and it's like they need that because they never been able to express, and usually it comes from the grandmother. Okay, we about to play some messages. I'm sorry for the wait, y'all. We had to get that off, but we hear y'all.
I think the worst advice you've gotten in life is the one you just gave yourself. That
Mm.
is never gonna work. That vengefulness, that wanting to get back, if a person is toxic, just let them go.
Oh yeah, I agree.
But to actually sit there and plot on something like that,
I
it's not
think he
healthy
said
for you.
peaceful
I was
behavior.
like I was like 16, 17 doing that. I was young. I was young. I'm 34 now. That oh my god, that was a whole lifetime ago.
Is it bad that I'm cooking lamb at this hour?
Bruh, I got some lamb. My wife loves lamb. I'm gonna sous vide some lamb. I'm gonna sear that stuff. I need to
Yeah.
get this brisket. Oh my gosh, that brisket. Oh my god, that thing was squirting and farting. Okay, we're gonna play the next one.
I'm farting.
I would say the worst relationship advice I've ever gotten was actually got a couple, but
Uh,
the one that really, really, really sticks out is people telling me to leave my husband because we were going through financial struggle.
Oh
Like
God.
black women, like girl, black single moms, like girl, you might as well leave him. Like you might as well be bad all by yourself. Like you
mm,
basically a single mother. And I'm like, okay, so
that's like a Maryland
you
thing. A
think
lot
in
of men.
life everything's going to be given to you with gold and perfection, and there's not going to be any struggles, anything that you have to grow and learn in. Like, I want younger people in relationships to try to learn
Fact.
how to grow up together rather than trying to keep up with the Joneses when you just like 12, like you a baby still. Like, just
Tell them,
stop.
Ruth, you better stop. You better. Hey, somebody pass Ruth the plate. Y'all clap it up for Ruth.
If
You
that's
know,
false,
man, she out here
I think
preaching.
people today are very impatient and they think, everything's supposed to be like wham, bam, bam, always working. And that's not realistic.
Stereos
Mm,
being taken over by little kids, the
Fact.
LGBT, the alphabet boys and girls, and Biden supporters. Jesus Christ.
I don't
ooh,
know about that.
Corey, let me sound like you're a Trump supporter. You want to community? I just did a show about that. Let me take my time and speak to you later. I don't want to get because your icon seemed black, so or a person of color. I still want to know if you're a person of color, why would you vote for Trump? Because
Because financially, a lot of black people who are with what Trump is doing financially, they feel like he puts black people in a better position.
so they're misguided.
Hey, I didn't say that, but that's
Oh,
how
no,
most.
no, 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 no. I'm saying that. You didn't say that. I said that. I would take full confidence and strength saying that. I don't know because I'm really lost because that's not the truth at all. Because
They
a
feel
lot of
like
people I know that they
this
make
is a
way
great
less than
business.
I make.
So listen, I'm just
If
a
you
message.
still getting paid hourly and you voted for
To
Trump,
get
that's a problem.
fucking married. To get married was the worst advice ever.
Ooh,
Marriage is a contract. That's
ooh,
it. You could be with somebody and not be married to somebody. You want to have sex with somebody, just have sex with somebody. Don't get married just to have
uh,
sex. Don't get married just to get BAH for the Navy. Don't get married. You know why divorce costs so much? Because it's fucking worth it.
mm.
Ooh, somebody's bitter.
Oh,
Hey, bro, it's gonna be okay, man. You gonna find love again. You gonna find that, you know. But I ain't ever gonna get in there right now. We're gonna play the next one.
okay.
Gems, 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 knowledge, gems.
Man, pass that please.
He picking
I
up
already
his
know
wings.
what he's talking about. I already know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Where's that coming from?
Mm.
I'm lost on that one.
Yes, Drake. Exposure is will be our sharpest tool, the biggest thing that us as a society has. I mean, just not even black people, but everybody, white people, black people. If we understand each other's, if we understand each other's culture and get exposed to each other's cultures and ways of being, then we
Oh,
can ultimately come together. But
oh,
since we're so damn separated
oh, oh,
and we don't know each other,
oh.
that's the divide. That's why in the cities people are more liberal because we're closer to each other. We get that culture switch, and then the people in the rurals and the boondocks, they don't get that culture switch. So that's a divide. It's all about exposure, exposing yourself, traveling, getting to know other cultures, other people around you, and assimilating to that. That's what America was supposed to be.
Oh. But do you? Are you? He not subscribed to everything culture yet?
Yes.
He,
Show him the.
He
Okay,
done
talking about, I
said,
know this is a little off topic, but talk about stubborn ignorance. So I'm talking about this because I was in a talk last night listening to people who were talking about white supremacy.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I kind of cut both ways because my biggest thing is like I see past it and I see humanity, right? It's still a problem. White supremacy, obviously, is we need to talk about it. We could never, ever, 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 ever stop talking about it until it's gone.
mm-hmm,
But this idea of like trying to just shut everybody else up because we have this grand idea of like reparations being the solution, which it is, but how? How are we going to get it? And so, like, you have some folks who are so closed minded and having conversations that they'll cut you off. Black people
mm,
cut you off because they don't like what you're
mm.
saying because it doesn't align with this absolutism thing. Like, it must be absolutely just this and that's it. There's nothing else. I can't.
Hey, I like y'all. I really like y'all. I'm gonna have to have y'all come on the show because y'all, this warms my heart. Okay, it really does. And it's
Yeah.
not being like my, it's people that want to learn from other people, and you like I said being stubborn, man. Because oh my goodness, it was just said.
For
I've said
people
it.
that see
What you say?
like a better people that just see like a better solution to the same problems you're talking about. And I can't deal with people that don't see the error in their thoughts just so
Man,
we can
and
move on to
they're
the better thing.
not be empathetic towards other people. But my man Kevin, he said that's almost the motto of our show. What he was saying, and once
Yeah.
again, I'm gonna say it again because I know Kevin, y'all, because the motto of everything culture come from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and that he believes that men hate each other because they fear each other. They fear each other because they don't know each other. They don't know each other because of segregation. And with segregation, we have miscommunication. So the goal of everything culture is building a space where people can come together and have a conversation built off respect, communication, and consistency. That's the main thing what we're here for. Like I have
Facts.
dreams to travel, try different food, see how people hygiene and hair, all these things are cultures that we have. How did you used to wash your ass back in 1966? Was something different than now? You know, what kind of soap do we have now? You know, all these things change. I was able to talk to a 18-year-old white girl today, and man, that was pretty. How her culture is going to be completely when she's 30. Think we probably gonna have flying cars by the time then. That's just an assumption. I think it's about time. Think about. I never would have thought that Skype and Zoom would be a real thing. I remember growing up watching the Jetsons, and they used to be crazy. I'm like, man, he used to be at home, and his boss used to click on like, Jetson, wake your ass up. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, he can see his boss on television. I mean, on TV. That's wild. We are doing that right now. That is happening. It's been happening. Okay, play
Just
Abaddon.
send it, dude. Just
No.
send it.
Okay, thank you, Abaddon.
I don't even want to go into the Trump thing too heavy because but there is a thing as self-esteem and there's group esteem. Now, self-esteem is your individual self, but group esteem is your people, what you look like, where you're from. And we have a lot of self-esteem, but we don't have a lot of group esteem. So we don't really care about our group, just about ourselves. So that's the whole black Trump voter thing. That's the angle. And it's the same thing with the Spanish folk and then the Asian folk that voted for him too. It's just it's an identity crisis. You care about yours and yours alone, but you don't care about your group and your culture or your society. That's what that's about.
I like that.
Kevin with the facts.
But truth be told, you said that don't get married to have sex. The gentleman who was talking about that, yeah, you're talking about you got married for all the wrong reasons.
Yep,
So
you
good
said
advice. Don't get married for all the wrong reasons.
it.
Mm.
Hey, 713 Drake. I just wanted to tell you, you're really living up to your name, Drake. Like you're
Corey. Corey, come on.
Drake, it seems to me that frankly you have a 713 area code. And that's a great area code. I love that area code. It's one of the
Thank
best. You're obviously on the north side of Houston. I love Houston. Houston's a
you.
great
No, I'm
place.
not.
A lot of people are saying that Houston is not as good as Los Angeles, as New York, or as China. But frankly, if you ask me, I think it's the greatest city in the entire world, and all the other cities are absolute shitholes. That I
I
can tell you.
Hey,
that
hey,
voice so
Donald,
well.
hold on. The Donald loves you. That was a that.
It was
Hey,
scary how good that was.
hey, somebody give that man some claps because you know what? That's how that's how Donald Trump operates, y'all. I said y'all go the most recent episode we have right now is Trump lose, America wins, okay? But I said that the way Trump get his voters, he works on divide and conquer. You see what he did? He made me
Yeah.
feel good, okay? He said some things that made okay, you know, he was wrong. I damn trying to live on the north side of Houston. Um, but he made some things that's going to like me. He piqued my interest. Okay, he stroked my ego to a sense, you know, from what he can see. On a lesser mind, and I'm gonna be real, on a person with that's not such a critical thinker. Let me say that would have bought into that quickly. Then he made me feel like we're cool. He said he loves me, he likes me, I'm a good guy. Then he found what I don't. He found separation in other places. People talk shit about Houston. You know what? I think Houston is shit. Fuck them. That's that
Mm-hmm.
divide and conquer. That is how he operates as a leader.
Mm.
Yo, that Donald Trump impersonation wasn't too bad. I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't too bad.
Right.
But it's not only what he sound like, but the process of doing so. The process is like when I used to be in court and seeing these attorneys operate, I can tell which attorneys and it's I'm oh man, this is a whole different topic. I'm not a fan of jury trials because in jury trials supposed to represent the people. But I learned through juries that there's a lot of dumb people in this world. A whole lot of dumb people in this world.
Sure.
And it was like just because the attorney's flashy and charismatic and things of that nature, they'll the same thing how pastors operate. I can whisper sweet nothings in your ear and have your dumb ass voting for me. I hate to say I'm not trying to call people dumb ass, but the word dumb is for a reason. It's like
Yeah. It's just like I don't know. People are slightly ignorant and prisoners to their ignorance. Period. And that's
it's the truth, and people want to be that. You know, some people get that Stockholm syndrome where that ignorance is bliss mindset. You know, and I
mm,
understand it to an extent, but I'm like, come on, man. When your ignorance is detrimental to your best interests as well as others, that's a problem.
yeah, facts.
I just want to say I commend you all. I really hope to see us this whatever's happening, this movement, this transformation that's happening, that's allowing a lot of these different voices to come through and just
Come through.
break through all the foolishness. It's you see the two extremes, the extreme on the white supremacy side, and you have the extreme on the, I'm an anarchist and kill everything until it's gone side of like what some of the black people are going through, which I'm not mad for. I'm like, we all got to go through our journey and stuff. So I guess they're on their journey, but I just want to say thank you for you both for having really great
Oh,
conversations that is open and
She's
has a lot of love in it, and it's funny and it's real. And even though like I'm not gonna lie, I've had disagreements with she gets it pod and
so.
just learned about you, Drake, but not in the way that I need to, like, it doesn't kill me. It's just like, oh, it's a disagreement, but I learned something. Ooh, I didn't think about that. Now I
Yeah.
know.
hey,
See.
if you listen to Everything Culture, any of our episodes, and you don't learn something, I did you a disservice. That's all I'm saying.
But you
If you
have
don't
to learn,
learn nothing,
or just be even open to learning something outside of what you thought you knew. A lot of people are just
hmm
jumping gonna leave ignorant, and that be
yep, you ain't lying though.
Let me clarify. It ain't that much of a difference. It's just little things that I'm like, oh, yeah, well, maybe, huh? Like we all do, right? We all have our little bit of disagreements. But like I said, the best advice that someone gave me was to come out of my shell and just go and talk to people.
Love
And
it.
this has been this stereo platform has been eye opening. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I really was like kind of not really. I'm all very cautious about the women that's around me. And I will say, like, she gets it, Pod. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what the alignment is, but I will say that I am grateful to be in your presence and the talks that you have. And actually, you pick really great co-hosts with you too. So
Well, thanks.
that's just something that I appreciate. And I don't get it. I don't. I realize I'm checking myself sometimes. I don't. I just go in here and I just come talking stuff, but I never really get a chance to really slow down and say thank you. So thank you.
Oh, hey, that's love. Give people they roses while they're here. Give us them claps and them
I
snaps
wish
and them
I
flames
clap.
while we here.
I love that. I don't know. I just like genuine people, and I feel like if people are being genuine, you should
And I'm
like
a
more
genuine ass
genuine
nigga.
people. See, and I think that's what's happening. That's why we have found each other. So I'm glad you were here.
Yes, I like this.
No, you have a point, Drake, but at the same time, like I'm learning now, and I just watched something on the news today where it was just like, educated people could be fooled and duped too. Like educated people, doctors and lawyers, they fall into they get into cults and all that other stuff too. It's just it's a cult, you're right. So, like
It's a
doctors,
culture.
lawyers,
Yeah.
anybody could fall into the cult if they're susceptible to it, and that's I don't know what that key is or what that what that I don't know the aspect of that or whatever, but yeah, but smart people could be duped too. So
And,
yeah.
and let me thank you for that. Thank you for that, Kevin. I apologize when I say dumb. When I say dumb, you can be emotionally dumb. You can. It's so many different type of. I know people that have
Both
the
dumb,
masters.
dumb.
And like when I hate saying people it's common sense because I'm one of those people that people hate because I don't believe it's a such thing as common sense because common sense is not common all around, but it's where oh man, some people know how to play the route. Some people know how to get once again he said duped into things, and some people just have hatred in their heart, and I think
Right.
that's what fuel a lot of people too. Um, I said this once again on the previous show that if you're not privileged, which is rich, white, male, racist, sexist, prejudiced, or homophobic, why are you voting for Trump?
Mm.
If you're not any of those things, I can say that's why I say when people talking about with black men, black women didn't vote for Trump, but black men did because they share something with them. They are male. They have a penis between their legs. Something with
Mm.
that. I can see why. I can understand why they would. Okay, white women voted for Trump. Well, they're white. Okay, people are certain Democrats rich. They got money. They privileged. They come from. They can see what he's coming from. I can't. They can't imagine what other people are dealing with because you know what? Hey, I don't have to look. Why in the world am I looking down in the first place? That's a thought process. Then you come down to black women or women of what people of color, women of color. Why the hell you voting for Trump if you're not rich? Only
Mm.
thing I can think of is that you may be also sexist, racist, homophobic, or prejudiced. That's how. And if somebody tell me something different, I'm here to listen. I'm
Yeah.
absolutely here to listen. But every time I ask why does somebody genuinely vote for Trump, they say a bunch of lies that Trump and other people like. They say it's like bullshit is bleeding through their ear. Well, it's bleeding out their mouth into my ears. I'm like, are you serious? And I used to you work middle management, and I used to say this all the time to like upper management, trying to communicate to lower management or just the other employees, the staff. Either you are stupid or you think we're stupid. Both, we have a problem.
Mm. Mm, mm, mm.
These messages.
Yeah, someone once told me when I was like in high school, and this quote always, stuck to me about the nerds. Those real smart people that was just off a lot. They was like, if you if you fill the cup up too much, something gonna spill out, and that's I've always used that analogy.
Mm.
I like that.
Well, I have a question for you all too. Like, first of all, Kevin, I have to go to work tomorrow, and
Oh,
I get sucked in when I have really great conversations or to listen in on. I don't know. I'm gonna make it, y'all, for the next hour or so. I'm trying my best to just close my eyes and go to sleep. But I do have a question, which
But
is what your question is, which is what's the worst advice you ever got? What's the best advice that you ever got, and what's the worst advice that has countered that? I know that sounds kind of crazy to ask that, but
no,
like
it doesn't
I'm
sound
all
crazy.
about this two minds thing, right? The rational mind and the irrational mind. So,
With that
the
yin
rational
and that
mind is going to have
yang.
something good to say, but like people are that should be open to hearing the good advice don't want to hear the good advice. They'd rather just go with the negative advice because it feeds the insecurity. So, like if you had to think about the good advice, what would you say is the counter bad advice that people don't pay attention to so they can see both sides and understand what good looks like?
Uh,
mm,
she with that yin and yang. Like see what she doing.
okay, so my bad advice that I hate hearing still as a grown up, and I heard as a child, is kill them with kindness. And they always tell me to kill people who are not serving with kindness. So the opposite of that would be see people for who they are and choose wisely. I wish somebody told me that, because if I truly saw people for who they are, and then I made a decision that was smart and intelligent not to need those people or have to be in spaces with those people, it would have did me some good.
Hmm.
What about you?
But, oh, okay. Well, I said the worst advice I ever received was don't pay a bill until the disconnect notice comes or they come to repo. The best, well, and I was like, so it's financial advice. The best advice I may have received was I'm gonna try to keep on a financial level. Um, become, becoming debt free, paying off, you know, like I know me and Mike and I sometimes bump heads about this. I
Hmm.
believe in credit. Okay. I absolutely believe in credit.
Mike
Okay.
doesn't believe. Shout out
He
to
doesn't
Mike.
believe in credit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And and that's fine. That's fine. I've built a house before. Let me tell you what credit can do for you. Good credit, okay? Let me
Yeah.
tell you what it can do for you. Now, understand the aspect of when you don't need it any longer. When we have that, like my man Kevin was saying, we have that community when we have, but we don't have that right now. Okay,
Yeah.
so until we get that, I'm gonna utilize what I can get. Okay, but um because so it was like learning how to really efficiently benefit from our credit, paying off large credit cards. Don't pay off my school loans immediately. I pay the absolute minimum on school loans because they got the lowest interest rate.
Hmm.
Um, what else? I pay down car notes quickly. It's so many things. So, but yeah, I would say that could be, or it can be like something like never trust a bitch, and then the other one with that. That's one of the worst. It can be worse advice, and the other
That's
one.
still being said.
Oh, it still be said, absolutely. And but at the same time, I tell people, man, find somebody to make you happy. My thing is with the woman of my life, and I'm like, I be trying. We getting our little, we get like in like now we getting like 10 little small dumb arguments a day, and I'm talking about small. Call each
Yeah.
other, roll our eyes at each other, then give each other a kiss. That's the little arguments we be getting into now. And it's like what she did. So, okay, I made my brisket. She turned the oven on this morning. I put it in the oven. To keep it cool. To keep it wrapped up. I put it in foil. Woke up. She didn't check the oven before turning it on this morning. I smelled it, but it didn't mess it up. Thank God. But I came down and I kind of like, hey, I raised my voice like, what you doing? Pay attention. Woo, woo, woo.
Hmm.
But as soon as I seen it was like, hey, you know what? I apologize. I didn't, apologize for yelling at you, raising my voice. That,
Right.
I shouldn't have done that, yada, yada, yada. I'm talking about within seconds.
Mhm.
And the old me would have been like, fuck it, get over it, But I go drop off the brisket at the office, run some errands, come back. She's still in her feelings, still in her
Mhm.
feelings. Because she didn't feel completely like, I don't know, she said, so I asked her to do something. She's like, well, you shouldn't yell at me over a brisket. And I said, see, you still in your feelings about that. I said, I've already apologized once. And that was sufficient apology. Then later on, she's like, my bad. That was me holding on to it. That's maturity. A lot of people ain't gonna have that in relationships, and I know that. But
Right.
oh my God, I'm gonna tell you a story about my homegirl. And I want to, like I said, my homegirl, unfortunately, she's going through a divorce right now. Okay,
Mhm.
and they just got married. I'm telling you, quarantine took a lot of people out. COVID knocked out a lot of relationships. Let me tell you that.
Because they had time to actually be
To
around
get
each other.
to know each. There you go. There you go. Cause they used to travel. They both worked. They didn't have a lot of time, but you will find out who really rock with you and you don't during this time. But man, he was on they both been on the show already. Okay. They both been on Everything Culture. And it was weird because when we did our Father's Day episode on the show, he stated the type of woman he don't like. Cause we talked about gender roles on the Father's Day episode. From this is a group of men. We had like 6 men talk about how things have changed over the years, and these are black men too. But he still had that Flintstone kind of caveman mentality. I need to have my food cooked every time I come home. I need to have my feet washed. You need to do my laundry, clothes, woo, woo, woo. And I don't like women that think they know everything and want to argue with a man, blah blah blah. And my thing, I said, nigga, do you know who the fuck you married? Like, like, do you what? Like she's still that woman. Like you got to check. Like she's independent. She works. She makes money, and all these things came about. But I remember one thing he said important. He like if he really want his woman to do his laundry, fold his clothes, sort his socks, the whole nine. That's like his love language. Okay, that's what he want. So during their quarantine, they've been kind of getting on each other nerves, and this is coming from her. She said, she said one day she just woke up and she cooked, cleaned up, and she always was a clean person and she liked to cook, but she didn't do laundry. She did his laundry, did everything to the T, like folded his shirts, hung up, iron, all that the whole nine. And he saw that and he came to her and she was like, "Hey man," he was like, "Hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate that." And she said, "I don't know why I said it. It just came out." But she said, "Boy, fuck you." And he left and never came back. And I was like, "Why did you do that?" She was like, "I don't know. I don't know." It was just like Jew just came out. And she was like, and I like and more all the other stuff they dealt with. I told her, I said that was the deal breaker right there.
Yeah,
That was
it's
the
a build
absolute
up.
deal
People
breaker.
have to stop allowing things to build up because I, in the past, allowed real feelings about people I was with to build up until one day I had a fucking enough. And you leaving a pen in the middle of the living room became the argument. And that really wasn't the issue. The real issue was I had something to say to you 3 months ago, and I had something to say to you that I did not like 2 weeks ago, and I held it.
Hmm.
You gotta stop holding shit.
But man, that I'm telling you, I told her like she really want him to come back. This is like earlier, this right when it happened. And I'm like, man, like I love. She like, can you pray for us? I said, I'm gonna pray for the best, whatever's gonna happen. I ain't gonna pray for y'all to get back together because that I'm telling you, that's like I like that hurt my feelings. I was like, dang, why you mean like that? Because you give him the one thing he wants, one thing he appreciates, and you like literally spit in his face. I ain't gonna say literally, but figuratively, you spit in his face with that. That hurt. But we got like 6 messages. Let's see what we talking about, Chia.
Now, I don't really know this Trump guy, but personally, I think he's done a great job. If you look at his track record, he has exonerated more people of color than any other president and received zero press. It's true. He received zero press for it. He changed systematic racism that prevailed around the drug offenses. If you're a nonviolent offender, then Trump gave you a second chance, which a lot of people needed. They needed a second chance. They were having their lives ruined because the government and the justice system were out to get him, and it was a disgrace. But Trump, for whatever reason, thought it would be a nice thing to change the way young men and women are treated for their future for minor offenses. It's ridiculous. Minor offenses, and they want to put them in jail.
Yo,
Fake news.
Okay, this is for Ruth. Yeah, I didn't let you. This wasn't an invitation or anything. You kind of, hop on my wave, so you just got to ride the wave. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I influenced you to come in here. I was just doing my thing, and yes, the universe came together where we, came through with our homegirl and say my new homeboy. But yeah, this is not
More
on
fake
me.
news.
This is on you. Blame the universe. Blame everything else, but don't blame Kevin.
Hey, you don't feel that, but you could be a blame player.
I
That's what
would
it's
say
gonna
the
be.
worst advice me ever get in terms
come
of
on,
relationship was from my ex best friend when she tell me, say,
Lord.
I must stay with the man because me and him in David for a long time. Who gonna stay with a man just because we David for a long time? Look, if he not
I,
work, left him. Simple.
Hold
I
on.
that was
If she,
J.A.
if
That
he,
was Jamaica's finest.
if he don't work for a long time,
Yeah, so basically her old best friend was telling her to stay with a man just because they've been with each other for a long time. But a lot of women do
mm,
that. That they gotta wear them down.
mm.
Hmm.
Well, are you happy with him though?
This is a question I have. We was talking about reparations earlier. Do you think reparations should come in the form of credit and land rather than money?
Yes.
Uh, nah, fuck, no, not credit,
What?
not credit, not credit, no, not credit. Cash and land, I'm okay with that.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
Amazon stocking land, I'm okay with that. Like, but not credit. No, no,
I
no, no,
feel
no, no, no.
you can't give you can't give people who never had money real money
They never
because
should have gave you niggas money.
they
That's
fuck it
all.
up. They're gonna fuck it up. You have
What
to.
you think they gonna do with the credit? They gonna mess that credit up way before they mess that money up. Promise you that.
I'm more looking at this land though.
I'm with the land. That's like land and cash. You give me land and cash, I handle the rest.
Yeah, I like this land. I don't know about the credit, but I just know what happens when you give people who ain't never seen money money.
Man, who you telling? Man, be gone in a
Hey,
heartbeat.
love y'all niggas. Love y'all.
Hey, we love you too, man. We gotta start saying that
I
more
still
often to
love
each other.
y'all. I still love y'all.
That man is high as a kite.
That is
Baylor
so
2.0.
true. Like, I don't believe in holding anything. It's funny. I had a friend of mine who gave me, I think he called himself giving us advice, which I was like, well, okay. Well, I mean, you're not
Mhm.
not even close to being in our situation, or not even knowing what that looked like. But okay, I'll listen. Maybe you see something I don't see. So he's like,
Yeah.
you got to stop nagging. You got to
Hmm?
stop nagging Kevin. And I'm like, so me trying to tell my husband about us getting organized and me seeing him like not, like just kind of not putting things in priority, like prioritizing things is nagging. I have a vision. We
Mm,
have a vision. And
mm,
my job as his wife is to make sure we
mm.
get this vision. That's the job of every wife, is to make sure their husband is able to fulfill the vision that they both had planned and talked to about each other. What do you mean nagging? Like, get
Come
out
on.
of here. Now, there is some
Hey,
nagging, but there's a difference.
okay. So I'm not even gonna get into that, but I agree with you. Whatever you talking about, I'm agree with you.
Hey.
Now,
Yes, I mean I'm definitely not on board with reparations being in the form of money because that's just a stimulus program that money is going to be gone in about a year or two, right back to Walmart and everywhere else. So I feel you on the money part.
Hey, I can point where that stimulus money right now in my
Listen,
house. I
they
went
ain't
and
no.
cashed that out. I made sure not to transfer it to any other account. I got it in cash and I put that thing in a certain place. Because you know what? I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna use it, and I don't want them taking it back because we just cashed it out. I mean, like just
Yeah.
cashed it out. But I'm like, nah. But it's education. Now I would trade credit in for education, free education. Give
Oh
me
yeah,
property and free education.
I
Actually,
feel like
we did an
people.
episode about this about Juneteenth. Shout out, Texas representative. But
Yeah.
we talked about reparations. Give me free education for at least about 4 generations, like they do with the Native Americans. You get free education as long as you're part of a tribe
Mm.
here in America. A lot of people don't know that.
Have
But
free
you
education and pay no taxes. Fuck you mean?
I'm with that.
No taxes.
I can see both ways. I can see why the cash would be beneficial because, I mean, it's a debt. It's time to pay the debt. There's not there was never going to be a time where we were not going to get reparations. The debt has to be paid. It's just
Yes,
karmic
thank you.
energy. It just has to
Thank
happen.
you.
But I
Until
do
you
think
do
there should
right
be
by
some
me.
kind of strings attached. Like some people do need to be on credit. Some people need to be able to earn what
Mm.
they earn, and you just can't be. Well, you know what? I don't know, because you know what? If your ancestor toiled, just give them to them. Whatever they do with it, that's on them. They can't blame nobody else. Then after that, I guess you. That's the clearest way to have the clean slate. Look, we repaid back this debt, and if you squandered it, that's on you.
But
They
that's why I
they got
say education. Like credit, they go find a way to jip us on credit. I know
oh,
that.
for
And jip
sure.
is you shouldn't say I shouldn't say jip. I apologize. That's the wrong thing to say. I found that out recently.
Oh Lord.
Hmm.
Hey, you gotta
I don't know why
mature.
we're talking about a stimulus right now.
Core.
Remembering that the topic is what's the worst advice you ever got?
Yeah.
Hashtag relationship. So to answer that question and to not randomly talk about other shit that I really don't want to hear at 2 in the goddamn morning, the worst ever advice that I got was when I was still really new at having sex, didn't
Mm,
really know what I was doing. I
Stick the
mm,
chip
was
in.
really stupid
Oh,
and
you too.
scared to like really put myself out there. There was
yeah.
this guy and he thought that I should, just go to his car with him. We were at the club. I was with two of my friends, people who I thought were friends, but they really weren't. And I
Mm-hmm.
turned to my so-called best friend and I said, "Girl, should I go with him? What do you think?" Thinking
No.
she's gonna be like, "Nah, stupid," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I can't leave my friends."
What?
Well,
I'm
she goes, "Well, ask him how big his dick is."
No.
So I ask him, and he tells me, and I tell her, and she goes, "Ooh, yeah, go do that." So I'm like, fuck, I have no excuses. Mind you, I was still young and stupid and felt like for some reason I needed an excuse instead of just not fucking wanting to. So my dumb ass went with him. I mean, like, everything is fine, I'm fine. Nothing, like, so fucking traumatizing or anything happened. But it
okay.
wasn't a good choice. And I should have never
No.
listened to her. Like, that's not a way to decide if you should go with
No.
somebody and be with somebody or not. It's
No.
dumb.
People get
Dumb.
married for shit like that. But go ahead.
They also get the other N word murdered.
No, that's a good idea though. We might have a new packaging deal. That's good. Credit, not credit. Land and education. That sounds about right. Those two things are priceless, and you can't really put you know, money tag on. I mean, you can, but it's
Big
pretty
big shit.
valuable.
Because the most property is taken up on here in this American soil. But
FYI, there's this podcast called 1609. Y'all have to listen to it. Everybody needs to listen to it because
1609.
it talks about black families today that lost property and homes where they had land, where they had things to harvest because the banks didn't want to give them the loans before the harvest time, and they ended up
Mm.
losing their mortgage behind that and couldn't pass it down for generations. And that's how white bank owners and other landowners took people's land that were black in the South. It wasn't
Oh, hey,
because
my.
it
I'm
wasn't
sorry.
because
Go ahead.
it was because they basically cornered them to where they couldn't make profits to go ahead and take care of their land. It's good. It's a good podcast.
Okay, I like this. Oh, I
For the
followed him.
record, I believe I was 19 or 20.
What's so special about Hero Bread's soft, fluffy, and delicious breads, buns, and tortillas? These ultra-low net carb baked goods contain zero sugar, fewer calories, and more protein than the leading brands, and are high in fiber to support gut health. Shop now at hero.co.
I'm honestly not sure. I know I was under 21, but I was over 18. And I am 31 now, so that is a long over, and I don't do that shit anymore. And I don't take instruction from other fucking people. I don't know why I even bothered asking her. She had more experience than I did at the time, and I thought she would give me some good advice or some shit. She did not.
I hope
Mm.
that.
Something. Hey, my. Shout out to the Divorces Plug.
What's up?
What is what? Oh, I'm trying to think because I said the worst advice as far as financial, or just life advice. The worst dating advice have I ever received? Um, Damn, where the worst dating advice I ever received?
I don't date. Answer
No,
that.
this is a long time ago. This is a long time ago. Oh my gosh. Something that was real stupid my home was told me that backfired on me. Or home girls. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I had one earlier. Um, I'm trying to keep it where it's not too filthy. I know this is a whole different situation. Um, Dang.
I mean, you can.
Oh, this is something I heard was a rumor. Okay. I used to talk to older women while I was younger. And when I say older women, much older women, like, and that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole other episode that people be getting on me about. But I'm like, hey, I live my life. I learned my skills from somewhere.
Come on,
But
Milfet.
hmm,
You was a Milfet.
oh man, I've always looked older than what I am. I'm 34, but I look about 46. You know what I
Look
mean?
weird though.
But yeah, I know. Trust me, my wife always say if I shave my beard off, I would look 18. Like it's
Oh,
crazy how much age I look. But um, don't my sisters used to tell me don't sleep with old women because you'll get worms. Have
oh
anyone
no!
ever heard of that before?
Oh
That used to be dead serious.
no! I feel like my aunts might have said that before.
Like the oldest chick I talked to, from the widest gap, I was 18 and she was 33.
Mm. 18 and 33. At least he wasn't like my parents.
Nah. Oh, and I realized at that age that man, women are cold blooded. That's the first time. Like I try to hit her. Hey, we can't fucking. We weren't dating anything like that. We were just fucking around.
Yeah.
And I started dating my wife, and I was like, hey, hey, I'm trying to do the whole little faithful thing. Do this, and that. It's been cool,
They
but
was
hey, we be cool. She was like, nah, we can't be cool. I just want you for your dick. I was like, oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. How dare you? I was like, I appreciate her for being honest. I was like, I never. I'm talking about. And she was like, she added me on Facebook like this is years ago once again. But I'm like, man, crazy, crazy. And then I found out older women was going around town talking about me. They all connected. Facebook showed me they all connected with each other.
I'm done.
If my sister
I
found out,
want
she'd
to
kill her
know
mom.
what's some good advice you didn't fucking listen to initially, but you
Ooh,
learned
ooh.
was good advice as you got older.
Leave that bitch alone. That's what I
Leave,
learned.
leave that man alone. Stop talking to him. My manager at the time told me to stop talking to him. My favorite brother told me to stop talking to him. Uh, my ex telling me don't get a credit card. I got a credit card.
Mm.
Shit.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't, the good advice I didn't listen to, don't let a woman buy you expensive gifts.
Ooh.
Man, I learned, I still haven't, I'm married now, but I still damn near haven't learned that. It's like, first I was 15, 16, girl bought me a whole Xbox, Madden, the whole nine. I don't like, that's probably why I don't like Xbox. I only PlayStation. Bought me the whole Xbox and all that. I'm like, thank you, appreciate it. She had a little money and all that cutie pie. But as soon as like something happened, she tried to come give me back my PlayStation.
Oh
No,
no.
bitch, this is my PlayStation. It's like, it's like it does. I got a season going on right here. I have a whole franchise. You are not getting this back. I tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, and this is the same girl that she used to key my name into her car and try to tell people I did it.
No.
Ooh, ooh, I mean, ooh.
Get desperate out here.
What other good advice? Get that girl from laying up under you all the time. Like, man, like I've had some possessive as shit girlfriends, man. I remember a point in my time I had like three girlfriends that were all in prison at the same ex girlfriends that was in prison at the same time.
What the heck?
Man, stealing, writing bad checks, stabbing people.
White bad checks is the
I like
Midwest.
I like thug misses.
I can't. That's crazy. I wish somebody would have told me in my 20s that my 20s were my selfish years and not to be in my feelings.
Mm,
I wasted a lot of time in my feelings about people that don't.
mm.
But you learn.
Oh, oh, ew, ooh, ooh. It was something, man. Not to get an STD check. I never had an STD. Thank you, Jesus. But
Me neither.
man, ooh, it was ooh. My best advice that I took was that one of my friends caught an STD. He caught that chlamydia. He caught that clap. Okay, and when I tell you, he used to tell me that stuff. It used to scare the mess out of me. Okay. Oh, and the plot thickens. Like this crazy. You hear a story from years ago, situation that you hear about like 20 years later, and it's different now. But I continue. So, okay, it was this girl I was talking. It was chatting with. I think I was telling the story recently. Like she had many pieces to her. So she was she was Asian and black. She was from California, LA to be exact. She got kicked out of school because she was joining gangs in LA. So her parents moved her to Texas to be with her grandmother. Okay, once again, thug misses. But like, so, but she was pretty than a motherfucker. Do this, and she had her whole little style and shit.
Pretty
And man, when I tell you, I was like, this is me being a junior, senior. Like I'm like, I wouldn't say I'm bougie, but I was like a teacher's and faculty favorite. Good kid in school. Straight A's, science club, did all this, activated, respectable young man. What they thought. I was a respectable young man, but I was fucking okay. And
thing.
man, my junior year, I probably my junior year in high school, I did a lot of crazy. Like I lived a life, and um. So this chick here, I know her name. I can't remember her last name. I remember her first name. So I'm like, she has some big old titties, like big old, like she had a kind of booty, but like boom. So I'm like, man, I gotta get with her. So I remember chopping up. I used to sneak through her window when she was grandma. I used to have to jump up, climb through her window, the whole nine. We be kicking in the bed, laid up. And I know this is going like once again, everything culture. These are views of my own. It's not to be racist, anything. I'm not saying because she was Chinese. I'm not saying that at all. But man, she gave the absolute best massages in my life. Like her massages was damn near better than sex I've had with other women before at this age. And I'm like, oh my god. And she was, I think, all nine. She was skilled. I'm like, once again, wife is number one on the sex level. Old
Yeah.
girl, I admit, this old girl, she still would be in the top five easy. Like
Oh,
she was, and we were being young. But all that being said, um, I was messing with her, and like, this is like one of my summertime flings. Okay, like sneak in the window after I used to host parties and stuff like that. I was in high school. Come through, boom, boom, boom. We make it happen, and I'm sliding off. Okay, so I remember being algebra when this is school that came back in. I'm a senior now, and I remember. No, this is still me being. This is it was spring break. That's what happened. We were knocking it down, and spring break came along, and boom, boom, boom. We had it like every day. I'm coming through, but we come back. I'm in class, and I got my head down in my books. I'm studying. 'Cause I used to do my homework while I was in class, and I heard some dudes talking. Dudes gossip just as much as women, or even more.
yes,
And
it is.
some dude was talking about, man, yeah, oh, you talking about old light skinned chick? You talking about? I'm gonna change the name to protect the innocent. You talking about I was about to say her real name. You talking about Barb? You talking about? Let me think of that. You talking about D? Dee Dee. And I'm like, yeah, yeah. They were like, I'm listen. I'm not talking. I'm on the other side of class. Like, yeah, I
Mhm.
heard that girl Dee Dee. She fuck with old boy. Part of this little group. It was this little clique of dudes, and both they was colleges because all the majority of them was had SC. They were burning. And they're like, yeah, she burning. She got something. I was like, and when you just doing your work, you focus on something, and somebody
Yeah,
say something that pertains to your best interest and mental in your health, like my
done.
antennas shot up. I'm like, what? So the other dude, because she talked a lot, they knew I was knocking her down. One of them knew it. The other one didn't know, because once again, I'm like a prep kid. I'm kind of, I can say bougie, but I'm like, I'm in my books. I don't be doing all that. I be handling business. I work. He ain't
Yeah,
gonna be knocking down a girl like that. She's like a city girl. Let's say that. I'm Russell Wilson knocking down a city girl. That's what it looked like. Okay. And I'm like, man, I said, I look up and old dude looked at me. He like, hey, I didn't know you was messing with her, man. I didn't not trying to talk about. I said, she ain't my girl, but thank you for saying something. So I
mm,
hit her up, I kind of hit her with the, hey man, you fuck so and so, you fuck, and I didn't care who she was fucking on. So I never been one of those dudes that I didn't care about the body count. I didn't care about the quantity. I cared about the quality. Who
yeah.
you fucking? Okay, you fucking this nigga out here? Oh no, you messing up for everybody. So I was like, man, nah. She was like, try to get mad and get defensive, and this is all like, man, fuck out. And once again, I ain't about to go back and forth with you, but I had to get this test. Okay. If as a guy, fellas, men, gentlemen,
Mm.
follow Priority Mail, PRYORITY, Priority Mail. And this is my guy Eric. He's a black nurse. He teach you about our health. What we need to do, we need to take this shit serious. Okay, that's a plug for my man right there. But
Love it.
I was scared out of it. I was scared being 16, 17, I had to get an STD test. And I wasn't going to tell my aunt because she would have been knowing I'm sneaking out, sneaking in girls' windows, the whole nine. I was scared out of my wits. And the STD clinic was right behind my job at Eckerd's Pharmacy. So I'm like, I'll try to sneak over there. I live in a small town. Anybody can see that.
Right.
What do I look like going to this clinic? You know what I mean? And so I'm like, okay, I'm sneaking in, going in, and it was a lot of people in there. I'm like, oh, these people don't look clean. I'm like, I'm scared. These grown folks in here, okay? And I'm like, man, I'm by myself. I said, but I'm gonna have to get this stuff done. Good. Okay, I didn't have any symptoms, but I was just worried. So they give you like consultation for this stuff, okay? So the first person come out to ask you to fill out all this paperwork. Boom, 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 fill out all the paperwork. Then somebody come out and they kind of bring you in the back. You feel like it felt like forever, but it's probably like 30 minutes. Okay. Um, I go and they're talking to me, And the lady asking me these questions and all this and all that. And the reason why I'm here, I said, I think I've had sex with someone that may have a sexually transmitted disease. And they're like, what is it? I heard it was chlamydia. It was a rumor, but I don't know if it's true, but I just want to be sure. And she like, so how many sexual partners do you have? Have you had? And I told her the truth. I don't know. It's like, I stopped keeping count a long time ago. And she was like, oh, you got something. I was like, what? What do
Was
you
she trying
mean? Like, she just straight up. So she started planning. They gave me the whole kit and caboodle. They gave
oh,
me. So first, she gave me a prescription that was going to be filled and done before I left. 'Cause it was like a pharmacy in that thing too. But they drew my blood. Then they have to see a lot of guys think, the itsy this is they just draw your blood. No, that's like just for like AIDS and stuff like that. There's certain tests. They hit me with this Q-tip. Jesus Christ.
oh my God.
So I remember going out. It's like a circle you walk around to all these little rooms and all right. So I go to the one and the lady was like, drop your drawers, you drop your pants, and I'm like, I ain't got no problem. Bam, you drop me, and she was like, then she turned, she had one of them little spinning chairs, them little stools. She spin around in a stool, and she got this big ass Q-tip. It was like a Q-tip from a fucking ludicrous stand up video, or some shit. And I'm like, what? I'm like, like some fucking Pee Wee Herman fucking cute. What the fuck you get this shit from a carnival and shit? What the fuck you about to do with that?
Yeah.
She was like, I gotta stick this in your penis. I'm like, you a
No.
whole lie. You a whole lie. You a whole lie. I'm like, no, you don't. Like, man, nah. She like, I'm sorry, if you want to get the full test, you gotta get it done. I like, because like the paperwork say you may have chlamydia. If you want to get tested for this, it's the only way. I'm like, man, you lying. So like she first usually she feel around on your balls in general to make sure you ain't got any warts, anything of that nature. And man, when she stuck that shit up my dick, when I'm talking about the clarity, like I think that's the closest I've been to Jesus in some time, man. I'm like, I'm like, I'm like, man, I'm talking about it was just what like a feeling you never felt before. You feel me? But I went out and the last thing they gave me, because once again they already filled my prescription, okay. So I was like, okay. They gave me this white milky substance like medicine. That was the nastiest shit. I'm like, I took that. It took like 2 days for that shit to get out of my damn mouth. And then the waiting part started. We see the messages, y'all. What's up, y'all? Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all the claps and all that. Once again, 713 Drake. She gets his pod. Thank y'all for being here with us tonight. Um, but when I tell you the wait was hell. Cause one, no, it's not like my results didn't come in. My young 16, 17, 18-year-old bitch ass was scared to hear the results. So they were like, call, and I wouldn't answer. I would expect, you didn't have call ID. I would expect they wouldn't call the house when they call my cell phone. But I was nervous. So I'd be trying to ignore it. Then one day, them sons of bitches sent a letter to the damn house. I'm like, you motherfuckers sending a letter. I'll be sending no mail to my address. So, and the letter wasn't like, oh, these are your results. No, the letter was like, hey, give us a call. So
Oh.
I had a man up. This is like maybe like a Wednesday night. It was like clear. It was like, okay, you got to do it. I call. I like, man, I prayed, God, whatever it is. Hopefully, it's all negative. This woman here, she was a queen troll. She on here. Well, no, Mr. Drake. As you see here, you came here because of this reason, blah 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 blah, and you were tested for this, and this. So your test for chlamydia negative. Your test
Oh.
for syphilis negative. Your test for herpes and warts negative. Your test for like HIV. Like she read every single one down the list like that. Like the whole and she like, you negative for everything. You're good to go. I'm like,
Oh
you
my
bitch.
God.
I'm talking about man. I had one more test after that. Then I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to be with one woman. I'm good. I can't deal with all this shit. I don't want. Can't deal with all that. Can't deal with all that. That's a story time for the night, y'all. Get
I'm
checked.
happy
Know your
when
spot.
don't ever go. And a lot of men today, and I hope they don't do it, but I know they do. They expect
The
the
woman
main
to go.
the main chick that they're fucking, as long as her shit is clear, your shit is clear. It
That's
don't
some
work.
wild shit right there. That's some bad advice.
Listen, it don't work like that.
That's some bad advice. Cause I
Like,
mean, I'm telling you, I've heard stories. Oh, I went to go get checked the second time, and I thought I had something. My stomach was hurting. Kind of find out I wasn't drinking enough water. I had a UTI. I needed to drink a bunch of
this
cranberry juice and water.
heard about my first UTI from one of my exes when I was in college, which is
Mm,
crazy because I always have like an informative mom, and that
hmm
man sat in that car and he explained it to me. I'm just like, oh my god, I feel like a kid.
Man, sometimes it's necessary.
I was like, I feel so broken.
Yeah. Okay, let's hear these comments. Let's hear these
All right.
comments. What's up,
Yeah,
y'all?
I feel. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna mess up. I think it was Core. I do feel you on the bad advice by girlfriends in high school. Like all my friends are whores. That was what it
Of
was. They were
course.
proud about it. They were liberated. They were free, and that's just what they did. And they always was trying to get some kind of dick in me, and I was like,
Mm,
I don't want it. I'm good. I'm straight. I'm all right.
Oh
And they will
my.
always just try to get a penis in me. And I was like, I'm good. I'm straight. I'm all right.
Mm-mm.
Several of them we drove them to the clinics a couple times to get
Oh
tested. So
mm.
I was like, so
Speak
y'all
of the
want me to
clinics.
do
Speak of the
this?
clinics.
He said, you want me to burn? No, I'm good. I'm
See,
not burning with y'all. I'm good.
no.
let it burn.
Sometimes it's not some man that's trying to turn you out or a woman. Sometimes it's your buddies, your associates that's trying to turn you out.
Hey.
Near everything my mom said. I hate to admit it, but everything she ever told me about relationship shit,
She's
or
like,
like the fact that she said I could come to her about anything, I didn't take her up on it,
oh
and I should
wow.
have. Um, and then like I didn't sign up for financial aid like I should have because I didn't
What?
realize that I could literally get grants for my
You know
first
how
couple
much
years
I was the
and never
Wow.
have
king
to
of
pay those
financial
back.
aid.
Now I have way more debt than I should have had because I
Wow.
didn't sign up until after the threshold.
Wow.
Man, so much shit, bro. So much shit.
Financial
Y'all
aid know
out
my
there,
name.
anybody out there, listen to your motherfucking parents, bro.
Ooh.
Listen to your motherfucking parents. I know there's kids on here. Y'all not supposed to be on here. Maybe you should follow
Mm,
some rules a little bit better. Listen to your
mm,
goddamn
I,
parents.
mm. Pass her the plate.
I
Well,
like that.
everybody parent don't know what they talking about though, but yeah, most of the time listen to your parent. Most of the time.
If they got good sense.
The worst advice I ever got was, girl, let me deposit this check into your account.
No.
No, because I can't deposit it in my other account because it takes too long for it to wait. Yeah, and then now I'm in the damn office with the bank people calling my damn daddy and them telling him that I got all this money in my account that's fraudulent. And I'm looking at her, she looking at me, I'm looking at the bank people, I'm looking at her, all looking at each other,
I can't.
and I'm like,
Got your ass in an
I
entanglement.
thought we was ride or die. And
Somebody about to
everybody
die.
else was like, girl, you ain't know you can't have nobody deposit no check into your account like that. I ain't know. I was like 17 years old. I ain't know no better.
Oh my god.
Don't deposit no checks for nobody.
Okay, we
Listen,
getting life lessons. We doing life
I
lessons tonight.
did the episode today on ride or die and the fact that men don't classify as ride or die in the sense that women classify as ride or die because men maybe they might be foolish,
Mm-mm.
but men be knowing their threshold on how long they about to stay around with your bullshit.
I disagree. I disagree. You see, you thinking
Oh,
ride or die for a woman. A man would ride or die for another man before they ride or die for a woman, though. I tell you that.
right, yes. But at the same
I am.
time,
I
not gonna
am neither.
you
Like,
no ride or die man that's going to stick around in a relationship, do everything for you in the household, pay bills half for you while you cheat on him and disrespect him out in the open, embarrass him, and have a kid on them and have them raise that kid and take care of that kid. Men are not going to stick around for that bullshit. Not for a second time, not for a third time, not for a fourth time, but a lot of women will. And I feel like that ride or die mentality has a lot of women stuck.
Speak your shit.
The only time a ride or die mentality works is in a friendship where y'all are both evolving to be better. That shit should have no place in a toxic relationship where there's complete disrespect.
Okay. Okay. Let's hear these guys. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna come back to that. I
By the
like
time
that.
you hear this, I'll have already been gone because I need to make a phone call. Yes, at 2:30 in the goddamn morning. It's actually a video call from one of my best friends. We gonna talk for a second. But I just want to let you know, I know a dirty ass, foul ass bitch. She cheated on her man. She caught the clap. She caught the clap. I would clap for you, but I can't because I have to hold down this goddamn button. She caught the clap. She got with her man. She gave him the clap. She went
No.
and got cured. Forgot that she had given her man the clap before she got cured because she's a stupid bitch.
Oh
Got the
shit.
clap from him again.
No.
Blamed him.
No.
And then
Yep.
he was like, oh, I don't know how that happened. I'm sorry. And then they
What?
both got cured. Don't you think it's a little weird that he wasn't concerned?
Because he was fucking awesome and that's what she deserved.
No, he's stupid. He's stupid.
He's
He, or,
stupid. He was fucking awesome and he couldn't see past the fact that I wasn't the one that gave it to you.
Man, nah. I'm telling you, I, that could be it. That could be it too. I won't rule that out. But man, I
People
know some guys that do some stupid stuff. Like, hold on. So hold on. What we were just talking about? We'll talk. What was the topic before? I just forget that. Well, it was something else I wanted to pin. That somebody Joe bringing up was ride or die for friends.
yes. That if they're evolving, don't forget to add that shit in there. We ain't rather dying for people who are not growing. We're not doing that.
As in, he might have been cheating too
See?
and
Mm-hmm.
didn't know he caught it. And
See?
then he didn't ask, because he didn't ask her what the fuck she was doing.
Right.
So, look, they
They
was
deserve.
both some cheating hoes. But she was just a dirty, dirty bitch regardless.
Y'all need better friends.
With a friend.
Hey, so crazy story.
Mr. Man.
Obviously, I came up in public school where when they make you take the sex education course, they don't teach you a damn thing. So,
Mm.
I started shaving later in life. So, as a grown ass man, I'm shaving and stuff, I'm mustaching. I'd always break out around my lip,
No.
right on my lip
Oh
area, my mustache
no.
area. And since they didn't teach us a damn thing, I'm thinking, oh shit, it's herpes. I just moved to Atlanta. I've been kissing random bitches and shit. I go to the fucking place to get an STD test. The woman looks at it, she's like, yeah, it probably is herpes. I'm crying and shit like that.
Yeah,
Next thing I
man. You
know,
feel me?
5 long ass business days later, the results come back completely fucking negative. She didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. It pissed me off, but I was also happy too. So
Yeah, hey, I feel you, Mr. Man, right? Because I'm not. I'm talking about this lady straight wrote me out like you got something. What? What? Huh? Huh?
Listen,
What? Had me hyperventilating. What you mean?
the first time I shaved my punani, I thought I killed it. I
Cho
was like,
child.
why am I on fire? I pulled down my drawers in my mom's kitchen, like, what's going on? Like, tell me answers right now.
Oh my god, man. But okay. This is crazy. And Corey, is that her name? Corey? Corey. I'm gonna call
Yeah,
her Corey.
yeah.
So Corey, where you from, Corey? I got questions because that sounds like almost the same situation my buddy dealt with.
Oh,
Because he, like I'm telling you, this is something that okay, he was dating this girl. Now he was fucking out. He was fucking like once again, we had a crazy summer. We were fucking a lot of girls, having crazy things. I don't know how many people hear this, but we had something called Friday night head night, where we always drive around. We find a group of
Like,
girls, maybe one or two, and every single Friday for like a whole summer, we were getting fellatios. It was wild shit. Okay. But anyway, he to the point that he used to do a little bit more than we did. Like that his main thing, always chasing around doing this. Once again, I say my junior year was wild. And what you say?
I said, I see.
Okay. So it was one moment that he got his girl got sick on her birthday, blah blah blah. Had to go to the hospital, find out with her parents, find out she got an STD.
Mm.
Boom. And she freaking out. And he felt horrible, felt sick, and that. He felt completely guilty. This guilt real rolled for him for years. He stopped fucking around, did all this, and that,
Mm-hmm.
and end up marrying a girl. While getting married, she cheated on him damn a lot, a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
And that I ain't gonna go into detail about that. But once again, this was years ago. This is high school when this shit happened. He found out maybe this year, last year, in
Yeah.
2019, 2020, that she caught that shit from somebody else.
No. Oh God, what did he do?
He can't do nothing now. They grown, got kids together. They've been divorced. But it was like it was like when I think of what's that song, what International plays the anthem, if that bitch do you dirty, we'll wipe the hell out like detergent. I still need to wipe her ass out. That's
Oh,
okay.
I ain't that was
Messages.
just like disgust like that. That's different.
Nigga, where did you grow up? Friday night, head night. Damn.
Listen, listen.
I'm not a man that won't admit when he's met his shortcomings in life, but damn, nigga, like, what the fuck? Okay, I gotta learn something from you. Bow down to a player greater than myself. Damn, nigga.
Friday night
Man,
hit night.
man, like it was like it was. I'm telling you, it was to the point that we thought this was normal. We thought that everybody getting like having like they own rendezvous and stuff on the Fridays and weekends. It was every time one of our parents would be out of town, so we always had an empty house where we can just bring a bunch of girls over. And I'm telling you, this. So if y'all young, y'all ain't gonna know what this is. Let me still give you a little history lesson. I wish I had some music I can play for y'all right now. It used to be this place called Blockbuster. It was like Netflix, but with video cassettes and DVDs. You would go
Facts
there, rent them, and you had to return them later on.
on
But
time.
you're on time and be kind and rewind. Okay.
Yeah.
And I remember we used to come with all these cheesy lines. I mean, I had this one line that used to work. Oh my God, it was crazy. We used to pull up to the movie theater and it would be people, be some cute girls coming from out of town. Once again, small town, but we were we were a small city around a bunch of other small towns. And they'd be waiting in the movie theater and waiting in line. I will pull up. Hey, so I know y'all trying to watch something here. We don't know what y'all trying to watch, but hey, how about you hop in with us and we'll make it a blockbuster night? When I tell you the shit that used to work,
Oh God.
crazy. I'm looking back now like how, but this was before Netflix and chill. That was basically it, and it always came through. But and that's what I think I said before. It's like my sexual experience was much different. It's hard. It was hard for me to go when I hear women don't do certain things. That's why I'm like, hey, I respect it. Hey, do your thing, but it's not my cup of tea. The first
Yeah.
time I received a fellatio, I got the whole nine, everything, and I'm like, yeah, it's hard to go. It's like when you eat steak for the first time and you have like wagyu, you know,
Yeah.
A5,
Yeah.
and it's hard for you to eat a steak from Walmart. You know what I mean? Like, what is this? Which is this? You know? What am I
Mistake.
supposed to do with this?
Oh man.
I'm sorry to interrupt y'all, but I'm new to this app and I don't know how to use this shit. Can anyone help me out, please?
What's
Once
up?
again, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. I just need a little bit of help.
What's good on board?
Use your
Um,
fingers and you swipe left and right to get into other conversations. If you like the discussion that's being discussed, you can clap with the clap hands that you see. If you want to leave a comment in the conversation, you hit the speaker button. If you want to share, follow, just click the icons and it'll tell you what it does. But welcome.
What's up? Follow us.
Yeah. I cannot.
You from South Florida? Is
Oh,
that where
Lord.
you from? Because that sounds like some shit that goes down in South Florida. There's some nastiness that goes down in South Florida. I mean, straight up like hotel parties where people just naked. You're like, why? Why?
Yeah.
Why does everybody
Yeah.
come out this room naked? I thought we was about to play Monopoly. I thought we was playing spades. And there's people just come out the rooms naked, just waiting for
You
somebody to
still
come
can't
and
play
take them
that.
in the room. You must be from Florida.
Ma'am, I am from Texas. Hey. Texas represents.
Hey, bro, can you not mention Blockbuster? I got arrested inside one, and it brings back memories.
Oh, no. Please elaborate.
How? That's the question. How did this happen? It's a blockbuster. We're gonna make this a blockbuster night. I mean, I guess you gotta know your crowd.
Hey, it
I
was
guess you knew your
smooth.
crowd.
Back then it was smooth. Baby, it was smooth.
Yeah.
That blockbuster night line sound like the mood though. Like that sound like it worked all the time. Like yeah, I can hear that.
That is trash.
It was great.
I think he was having a vampire moment because the name "On Board" and that question, y'all are just baited right into that one. He's gonna have y'all just hope explain this whole thing. There's a show called, what is it called after the What We Do in the Dark on FX with these vampires, and there's a dude that's a vampire, but he don't suck blood, he just suck energy. That's what that guy's doing.
I thought he was about to suck something else. Okay.
Where I grew up, Hollywood Video was our go-to.
Oh, we had a Hollywood Video too.
Every week, that's what we did. We went, and I would rent. I'd rent the Let's Get Ready to Rumble, the boxing video game on PlayStation 1. Yeah, good memories,
take it
man.
back. Take it back.
Yeah.
We had a Hastings, Hollywood Video, Blockbuster. I think that's mainly it. But man, when I tell you, I'm telling you that line used to hit though, man. It used to be like, wonder how those people doing.
See, y'all don't know about the Blockbuster night, honey. It went down. That bitch was way better than Netflix and chill. I'm gonna tell you that, because you actually had to put forth effort. You had to get off your ass, go get you a goddamn movie. They had candy and shit in there. If you wanted to buy that, or if you wanted to go to your local gas station, the shit was lit. And in Blockbuster, honey, it was basically like in living color Tinder, boo, because everybody was in there. If you went on a Friday night or a Saturday night, all the niggas was in there and all the bitches was in there, honey. Take your pick.
I'm gonna have to follow her. She knows what she's talking about right there. See, she come, and I can tell she come from a small town too, because there's no clubs. But man, yeah, because there's no clubs in small towns, small cities. You go to Walmart, Blockbuster, the movie theater, and that's where you pick up because there's nowhere to go.
A lot of people hung out at
Wally World.
We would just be on the stoop watching everybody.
Oh yeah, we didn't have stoops. I learned about stoops from Hey Arnold, and it was stoop being scared to get out of school. Oh my god! But man, okay. What'd you say?
This was a good show.
Oh yeah. But if I don't know, we're gonna do ride or die friends and snitches.
We can put a bookmark in it.
Okay, I like it.
But I am going to stop Ride or Die episode probably Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, you be doing it, man. I enjoy, I enjoy it. I enjoy all of this.
We got over
Let's
here.
make it a blockbuster night. I guess when you think about it, blockbuster night does sound interesting. It sounds like it's about to be live. I guess she was like, "Damn, what's that gonna be like?" And what was that like? You haven't explained what the blockbuster night was.
Oh,
What
see,
is that?
man. Unfortunately, once again, this is gonna be like thing. Like some it took a little bit more. you know, s- Man, I'm trying to, cause I'm not trying. I usually I don't want to sound like a fuck boy, but it could be some fuck shit, like
Well,
you know, cause this
this is
like
your past, so don't feel
I know
don't
it's
feel
my
the
past, but it's like I had I had game. There's a lot of people that's what be killing me now. When guys like it's no good women, y'all ain't got no type of game, youngster. Y'all don't know how to
list.
talk to women. Y'all don't know how to make a woman smile. You don't know how to make her feel confident. What the hell wrong with y'all? Y'all don't deserve. And that's why I would say a lot of men. When you did the show with Mike, and he like he want guys to get it. I'm like I want them, but a lot of guys don't deserve it. That's why I'm like, a lot of guys don't deserve a woman's time. They just need to focus on themselves, okay? But a blockbuster night was like, think about it. Somebody like, hey man, you about to go in here, you about to pay this money for this movie ticket. You want to pay for some popcorn, maybe some candy, something like that. You got to be around all these people loud. The movie I heard is not even that good, but people, hey, you don't know us. We cool people. I'm Drake. This so and so, this so and so, or like say we can go. You like, hey, they had to get in the car with us, but follow us. We gonna be over here. This where we at. We can go. Hey, we got Blockbuster. We got this movie. Watch your favorite. Let's say because you don't even know this movie. We can watch your favorite movie. What you want to watch? Hey, we can get something to eat. We can order a pizza. We can chop it up together. What you think,
Mm-hmm.
man? Hey, splash. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well. I'm not from a small town. I'm from Decatur, Georgia.
Hey.
But where I lived at, it was one right in this shopping plaza up the street. That was kind of on the main road, Candler Road. It was kind of on that main road. So everybody knew where to go on Friday. You seen all your little high school friends up in there, and then you seen all the other high school dudes from the other high schools, honey. Like I said, it was like Neapolitan ice cream in there. If you like chocolate, it was there. Strawberry, it was there. Well, I don't know about no fucking strawberry, but it was. Listen, you had your pick of the litter.
She showed
Right.
left out vanilla. She didn't even say vanilla. Okay, like, not even no
All right, beautiful
consideration.
people. I'm gonna go put it to bed. Love y'all for what you do. Keep doing it. And I will catch you on another episode, one of your other episodes, or maybe we might have an episode. I don't know. Whenever we have the
Oh,
time.
exciting.
But it's been great. And thank you
Thank
for bringing some smiles and some delights to
Of
our
course.
night. Good
That's
night.
Good night.
Night,
Good
No,
night.
y'all.
this is my phone. Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, good night.
That shit's so cute.
Oh man. But yeah, man. I really enjoyed this show. We transitioned like
I
about four
think,
times.
hey, and we did a beautiful job doing so. That's how good conversations roll.
That's right. I appreciate it. So till next time.
Till next time, once again, um, Drake 713 or Mr. D 713 with Everything Culture. Make sure to follow us on all platforms. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We need you. We love you. Check us out on Instagram as well as on Twitter at EveryTHG Culture.
And
And
they do
Chan.
lives. He
Oh,
does
oh, hold on. Oh yeah. On Sunday we do a live through Zoom. You get to see our face. You get to, if you got an opinion, let us know. We always do a recap of our previous episode. So check us out.
yes. And check out She Gets It Podcast, hashtag She Gets It Pod. And Twitter, IG, She Gets It Pod at gmail.com. If you want to email me, I'm always willing to share information. Check out She Gets It on Teespring for merch. I will be back. Ooh, we have a message.
Worst advice I ever got, probably be, hey, you should vote for Donald Trump. He's awesome.
Woo! And with that, thank
Hey,
you
you
guys.
win. You win. All right. Good night.
If you're enjoying the show, thank you. I appreciate it. You can also find cool, cute Cozy Womb gear on the Cozy Womb shop. It's on Teespring, teespring.com/stores/cozy-womb-shop. And you'll find hoodies, t-shirts, what do you call those? Fanny packs, mugs, everything that I want to give all of my listeners and my supporters during the show is on there for you guys to purchase, okay? I appreciate every penny because every penny does go towards helping my family, especially during a pandemic where I physically can't be out of my house during the week because my children have virtual school. So if you want to support Cozy Womb Podcast, you can support through you getting a little something, and also I getting a little something on the backside. So thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for supporting Cozy Womb Podcast, and thank you for supporting teespring.com. Peace. Bye.
Bye. What's so special about Hero Bread's soft, fluffy, and delicious breads, buns, and tortillas? Hero Bread serves up 0 to 1 grams of net carbs, 5 to 11 grams of protein, and high fiber in every delicious serving. Made with natural ingredients, Hero Bread supports gut health, promotes weight management, and helps maintain blood sugar. Hero also drops other limited edition ultra-low net carb goodies like rich, flaky croissants and buttery brioche slider rolls. Head to hero.co to shop today.